Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Techeries. We're taking a look back at all the winners from the Game Awards, or the ones that were just like, really the ones we really liked, along with the biggest highlights from the show. But everybody, in case you didn't know, I'm Morgan.
That's right. We had a party, man. We
We
had such a
did.
party.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but the best part was like you running around trying to clean up while I was just sitting here. I'm like, I'm just having a party in my room.
I'm sorry. Is like all of my plush. I like needed at least two on there because I kept looking. It kept distracting me. I kept staring at my camera like it's so naked back there.
Meanwhile, like my tree was like,
Yeah, yeah. Dan,
we were
my
having the party.
husband's grandparents came back from you know uh Florida for the holidays, and we hadn't been able to see them yet because Dan wasn't feeling well. So we're like, we got to go
Oh,
see him, and then they're talkers, and they got stuck me
no,
there longer
yeah,
than I wanted. It's okay.
that's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
It did
So,
help that I was like, I can do it. We're like, okay.
hello, techies. Hello, Element. Hello, hello. But yeah, thank you everybody who joined us on Thursday for our watch party and reaction show to the Game Awards. It was a lot of fun, and we were happy we were able to host it. But as I
Yes.
said, I'm Morgan, everybody, and this is KP. Thank you for joining us
Hi.
today.
Yeah, and for those who actually stay with us throughout the whole show, I may feel like, giving away 2 things today. I might get in that little giftmas spirit. What do you say?
Sounds
But
good.
anyway, oh, it sounds good. Jingle jangle, right? Uh, but first, but first, let's dive into your tech pulse.
All right, everybody. I want to remind you to beware what creeps in the night, for the next Phasmophobia event has been announced, which is their final event of 2024. So, the the 2004 Phasmo event is titled Winter's Jest and will be live to play from December 12th through December 31st. So it's already live right now. So sorry you distracted me.
Sorry, I'm like I guess Phasmo decided to mess with my webcam. I'm like, all of a sudden I went from clear to
All of a sudden,
really,
my
really
side view,
blurry.
guys, I see her like touching her webcam, trying to get it to focus, and I'm like, "What is happening? Is she trying to give me a high five?"
Yes, high five. No, Phasmo must have just messed up my camera. I was like, "I'm so
The
blurry."
ghosts are already here. So, getting back on topic though, what does the Winter's Jest event have in store for us? Well, continuing from their Blood Moon event for Halloween, ghost hunters will be tasked with working together to achieve a set of shared goals in order to receive awards. According to Phasmophobia's blog post, they have taken on feedback from the Halloween event and implemented that into the scoring system, lowering the required scores while increasing the amount earned from completing tasks. The rewarding bonuses for those playing on higher and rewarding bonuses for those playing on higher difficulties. This will mean progress will feel quicker and more satisfying throughout this event. Also, Phasmo is introducing personal, daily, and weekly challenges for those participating in the event. Completing these will reward you with increased XP and money. Now, during the event, a selection of maps will be blanketed in snow, adorned with festive decorations, while also playing host to something incredibly sinister. The maps are, um, Bleasdale, I think is how I say that, maybe? But
Mhm. Bleasdale, yep.
Bleasdale Farmhouse, 6 Tanglewood Drive, Maple Lodge Campsite, and Point Hope. As for the community goal, you must hunt down evidence, identify ghosts, and complete optional objectives during investigations. To add a fun to add a fun and festive twist to your ghost hunting experience, this event will also have discoverable Jack in the Box items. Opening these will grant you points towards the overall community goal and get you closer to the rewards. Once a stage of the overall community goal is completed, you will be able to interact with the altar to claim that stage's reward. But good news is that the developers have listened to the feedback from the last event and have added more time once the goal is complete for players to claim your prizes before the end of the event. So that's very good news. But that's not all. In hopes to evolve these events, Phasmophobia hopes to include features like auto claiming for event rewards, improve rewards for individual players, and map rotation during events in the future.
Mm. I know map rotation was one of the ones that they have been like, okay, we know. And I'm like, yeah, because you would think that after you complete the first round, we get like new maps to go to, which would have been really fun. But thank goodness they're increasing the amount of XP that we're getting, improving that algorithm that we were having
Right.
issues with in the Halloween event. I know that was very frustrating
Part of
for a
me
lot of us.
wonders though, is it really increased? Like, I'm gonna get a little conspiracy theorist right here for a second.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
I know, I know. So my question
I
is,
think
what I'm wondering, what I'm pondering on, is
Mhm.
did they really adjust it, or is it just gonna seem adjusted because we're no longer throttled waiting for the consoles to launch?
Um,
Because now,
I
like,
mean,
we don't have the console launch happening anymore, so we have the entire community across all platforms available. So how much did they really adjust it?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I don't really know because it did seem that it did go a little faster towards like after they fixed it the first time.
Right, right.
Um, I that's a good question. That's a really good question. Maybe not. Maybe they're not really adjusting it. Maybe they're just telling us they're adjusting it to make us feel good inside. Or maybe they're just sitting there and they're just saying, like, oh, we screwed up. I don't know. Maybe, or maybe when they started it, it wasn't so much for the consoles. Maybe they weren't sure what the right amount of speed was
And
when
that
they
could be.
started. And so they were like, oh, we're not really sure because we've never done this before. Oh, crap. This is not working the way we thought it does.
That's possible, that's possible.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least they're keeping with that idea of we can't be doing one event and it's taking us like a full week to do it.
Mhm.
Because at that rate, we'll never get it done. And that's not what they want. They want us to get it finished and they want us to be able to feel good about it. Um, I am a little disappointed though, because it's like, oh, there's personal ones, right? And I'm like, great, you're giving us XP and money.
Yeah, and then there's, the daily and weekly award or rewards, sorry, and it's like,
Yeah.
"Motherfucker, I'm not getting on daily." Like,
No.
I feel like that's just a way of, like, trying to keep people from getting on, like, at the end of the event and, like,
Mhm.
getting reaping the rewards from the entire thing and, like, oh, trying to bring, interest of people being on every day or every week at the very least.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming though, like, it's not gonna be like if it's the daily ones aren't gonna be anything massive that'll be in the showcases. It'll probably be like money and XP and stuff like that. I'm not
Mhm.
thinking those are anything crazy.
But I mean, like, also, if we had dailies and weekly, like even if it a weekly, if they gave us like a different outfit, like they have literally had in there that outfits are coming for how long? Since the beginning of the rework of the home
Yeah.
base. We have had outfits are coming.
I even would like
So
to be able
what
to
the hell?
like customize our like starting area, like our
That would be
base, our warehouse base thing. That'd be
mhm,
kind of cool. Even if it's just like you find a couple of decor pieces and you have like some areas around the area where you can put like up posters or things like that.
Latin says, "This game will become your second job just 'cause welcome to I mean phasmophobia. I mean phasmophobia."
Yeah, see, Destiny, I'm gonna be on a lot more than Phasmo because I need that title specifically on Destiny for the holiday event so I can actually go up to my next uh Guardian ranking. So it's the easiest
I
title you
don't
can
even
get,
think I don't even think the Diablo 4 uh winter event started yet. I think
which
it
is so
starts
surprising. Like, y'all,
Yeah, it starts oh no, wait.
Christmas is in a week and a half. Get your holiday events going.
Well, they had the cloaked one, the red cloaked one, but I think there's another
I
one.
do want to say while you're looking it up, I'm very surprised that, well, hold that thought. Thank you so much, Latin, for the resub. A whole 19 month road to 2 years continues. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, it starts
tier
on
1 for
7th.
6 months in advance. My goodness, my dude.
Yeah, theirs doesn't start until the 17th. It's called
Oh, that's at least 2
Sleigh
days
Ride
from
to
now.
Hell.
Okay,
That's what it's called.
that's cute.
And you get to, yeah, it's treasure goblins are appearing in larger numbers, and then you get to like get stuff. So
I'm really surprised though that they're not continuing the Phasmophobia event through. Like, it's
I
weird
do
that
need
it
to
just
go there.
ends on the 31st. Like, I feel like it should go through that first half a week of, like, I think all holiday events should go through that first half a week of New Year's. Some people who work in school systems or other schools, like, they take a seasonal break for the holidays. You have any of, like, people who are going to school that are off. I'm surprised it doesn't, go through that first half a week.
I'm
Oh, very
sending you
nice.
this
Ramp said that the
emoji.
Call of Duty event starts on the 19th, so
Nice.
perfect. I'm
Just
gonna be
because
so
it's
busy.
pretty.
So many events, so little time. Absolute facts, Latin.
Did you see the thing I just sent you though? Look at the images if you want to show it, you
Oh, I
can.
see. Let me pull it up. I don't have the best way
Road
to
to 2
show
years
this.
continues. I love it.
I guess I can do a capture of that. Hold on. Please hold, everybody, while I switch a tab over for preview. So this is the. Can you explain to them what this is while I switch over?
Yeah, so we're gonna look at really fast. I'm pulling an audible basically.
There you go.
The Sleigh Ride to Hell for Diablo, you get a reindeer. I mean, how cool is that? So they're gonna have all these different treasure goblins throughout the tiers, and they're gonna have unique award rewards and everything. And then depending on what tier you're on, will determine what type of how many goblins you can slay and what they give you. But I thought the mount and the items that you get with it are just super cute. You get to have a reindeer.
I do really like that reindeer mount.
I
It's
know, it's
very
super
cool.
cute. This is why I constantly keep playing the game. And I have all the freaking mounts.
There
Uh,
you go. There you go.
but yeah, so a lot happening on all over the place. And that one
Yeah.
doesn't start until the 17th. So I'll probably be jumping on that sometime this week too.
Very nice.
Yay!
Very nice.
Things.
So, what else do we have going on? Because I know that's not all that's happening. I think we have a big thing coming up,
No.
right?
Well, if you wanna hear about more things sorry, it started raining. I was like, "What was that noise?" It started raining here. Um, yes, if you wanna hear about more things, well, Pokemon fans, it is the update you have probably been waiting for. I know I have. I know Morgan has because Morgan's probably getting tired of opening the same booster packs over and over and over and over. So there
Yep.
is a new expansion to Pokemon TCG Pocket that is coming out on Tuesday. I mean, we all love this day. Tuesday is the day. It's called Mythical Island and will feature Mew. This trailer also shows that there will be a handful of new Pokemon cards, such as a pure. Oh no, I can't say it.
Perlion.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Superior and Marshadow. And the developers are working on the trading cards feature, which isn't just out yet. But with the new cards coming out on Tuesday, it will be helpful. So let's get ripping! I'm so excited for new packs! Finally!
I
It'll be nice.
am, as great as this is, I hate that there's an Aerodactyl XE card because I have a very extremely toxic relationship with that Pokemon.
Oh no.
That back
no.
in my like every day I'm playing Pokemon Go days.
Oh, no.
There was one of it old research that you had to
Mhm,
catch an Aerodactyl. I caught an
mhm,
Aerodactyl and then went to that stage of the research. And then at the time they were doing, and even still they kind of like rotate out when the Aerodactyl's available. And it took
mhm.
me 2 years to get that fucking research done because they weren't giving me Aerodactyls, and if they did, they kept fleeing on me. So that Aerodactyl can go fuck itself. I'm super excited to have a new booster pack to open, but I hate that there's an Aerodactyl in it.
I hope the first deck you get has one.
Me too, because then it'll redeem itself. I don't trust it. It's just gonna elude me the entire time.
No, no. She has a beef with a Pokemon, she does.
I do. I do have a beef with specifically a fossil Pokemon.
Well well, I'm excited for the new packs. Morgan is just gonna be like this the whole time.
What the
Give
fuck
it
is the Aerodactyl? I swear, it's gonna continue.
to me.
I already feel it in my bones. It's already evaded me once because you can get like a non-Xe Aerodactyl, and I saw in someone's Wonder Pick, and I was like, "This is the time," and it still evaded me. So
Oh, that's alright. It's okay.
I
It's okay,
guess.
Morgan. So, okay, but let me there is a big game that everybody most anticipated for. This
Yeah,
is the most anticipated game
it
of 2025.
literally
But
won the
look,
award. I
it
know.
won most anticipated game at the Game Awards.
Also for my dad.
But what's but but what's going on with it?
So, everybody, a lot of new games were announced at the 2024 Game Awards, but did you happen to notice not a lot of them had no set release date? They just said 2025, or a couple of them said 2026, but it seems a
Yeah, that
lot
was like
of,
everybody's
yeah, right?
everybody's like early, late, mid, and I was like, cool, cool, cool. Okay.
There was,
I don't know.
I don't actually remember seeing one that had an official, like, release
Unless they
date
were releasing literally like
in the
the
next
next
week.
day.
Yeah,
Like Steel Hunters, they were like, "Oh, you can get the beta now, but it has no release date." There was one that was supposed to release on the day after, I think, or like the like sometime this week or last
right,
week.
right.
So there were specific ones, but it was
A
very
lot of them were
small.
also smaller and, like, more kind of I would say closer
Yes.
to, like, an indie type game.
Mm,
Um,
yeah. And
yeah,
Split Fiction, yeah, you're right. Split Fiction that comes out March 7th.
right.
Yeah.
But for, like, all the big name ones, like, the larger franchises and
Mhm.
a
The one I
majority of everything else did not say. They're just they gave us years, maybe a time frame within that year. But
yeah.
it seems that a lot of publishers are waiting for Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar to finally announce the release date for Grand Theft Auto 6, as many developers are actually refusing to commit to a set 2025 release date in hopes to avoid having their game's release be the same as GTA 6. This is due, as Kitty had mentioned, its high anticipation and how its release could have a hugely negative impact on other video game releases. GTA 6 is currently scheduled for a vague fall of 2025 release date, and many are cautious of another delay since Rockstar still hasn't said anything about the game in over a year, which that was when they released the record-breaking trailer that showed off the modern Vice City. So, I know that that people are concerned about another delay. This isn't the first delay that GTA 6 has received. So there is a lot of concerns right now. Again, it's saying fall of 2025. So anybody who wants to release their game in the fall or later half of the the year of 2025. They're being hesitant to give an official release date because they might want to push their release dates back or ahead of GTA 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of GTA 6 fans that come to our channel and chat with us. I don't know why they're holding off unless they're having issues in the back end of it. Um, that's right, gotta avoid the GTA 6 bloodbath. Exactly. So it's just very odd that they haven't made a standpoint on it yet. But we don't know in the development stage, like, are they seeing issues or problems, or are they like, is everything smooth sailing? Like, I feel like, and I know it doesn't take, these games don't get made in like a year. Like, I know that doesn't happen. It takes many years for them to get together, all the pieces that they need, make sure development works, make sure that the game is working properly, checking the bugs, rechecking the bugs, rerunning it through. But it just makes me wonder if they're running into something that they didn't foresee. And that's why they're like, we can't say yet, but we know it's going to be sometime in the next year.
And that could be. There could be like some even quality of life stuff that they're fixing. That way, they don't have like a
Yeah.
Cyber 2027 launch, you know?
What are you talking about? Nobody cares about quality of life. They wait for the next patch to fix that. Remember?
Yeah. So Latin says they are running into the same issues they did with GTA 5, trying to get too much out of the current gen console, expect the performance to be a mess, making people want to get the game on next gen consoles instead.
Mm,
Yeah, that
I'm
could
not surprised
happen.
though. But I'm really not surprised. I mean,
Me
it is
either.
something that a lot of these companies are trying to push their games to the next level. And I get it. You want to be the next greatest and best video game out there, and you sometimes drop the ball.
Right.
It happens. I mean, but I think the way that we have been as gamers been conditioned, we have been conditioned to be like, "Oh, early access, it's early access." Like
Right.
first game out, we know there's going to be bugs. We know there's going to be issues. Learn what's happening, fix them, send the next patch out, we'll be happier. So, it's just very weird how like we have now become conditioned. Whereas before, way back in the day,
On the other hand, though,
we
sometimes we're
had-
not.
yeah.
Like if it's a big name, like if GTA comes out being super buggy, people are gonna be pissed. Like there's
Oh,
like
for
some
sure.
leniencies, but there are like, oh, we understand it's early access, but if they don't slap early access on that, people come out
Mhm.
for the jugular. Because look at Cyberpunk 2077.
Right. That's true. Yeah, Cyberpunk got smacked really hard, and
Yeah,
that
it
was a
did.
really anticipated game. Um, but at the same rate, it's like I look at Diablo because Diablo got smacked really hard after several goes. Like the first time was when they first released it, there was all these bugs and issues, and
Mhm.
then they made some changes, they fixed it, they sent out patches, people got a little bit happier. And then we hit seasons, and then they were upset about the way that they were doing seasons, and then they were like, what the hell? And then people got mad again. you know and so that's where the PTR came into play, because a lot of the gamers were like, "What the fuck? You're doing stuff that I don't care about, and you're saying that it's okay, and you think we care and we want to do this and we don't." So, yeah, there's a lot of like back and forth on a lot of ways that you can do this. Um yeah, and Cyberpunk has been getting good quality of life changes because it took them how many years to finally start fixing everything. They've been on the fixing since the get-go, because they've
Yeah.
been like, we got slammed so hard. So, and I that's a game that I have that I still haven't fully like sat down and been like, I want to play this, because it's been kind of on the buggier side, and so it makes it harder for me to go, okay, I'm gonna jump into this
And I've
game.
heard it
So,
plays a lot smoother now.
mhm.
I don't have the game, but I know like my husband, his mother that year for Christmas was like, "What should I get Dan? What should I get Dan?" And he had just gotten his Xbox Series X, and
Mhm.
I was like, "Well, he kind of wants Cyberpunk 2077," and he played like a little bit of it and hasn't touched it since because of just how buggy it was. And
Right.
I think part of it's also just where his Xbox is in our bedroom and not in the living room, so that's another story. But that's
That's
how we're
fair.
able to watch Crunchyroll in the bedroom because it's not on our smart TV yet.
Yeah, I have it on PC, so I haven't even like it's been hard for me to get into it and Latin actually is the one who gave it to me and I'm just like, "Sorry, Latin, I'll get to it. It's just been really buggy.
Yeah, it's
Please
I've
don't
heard
hate
the
me."
story's great,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully people dive into
Yeah,
that
I need
soon.
to maybe that'll be an adventure down the road again.
Yeah, but speaking of new games, we do have a new Lego game I think coming out.
It's like not it's okay. So it's not a new okay, so Lego Fortnite, you guys, isn't new to the Fortnite family. I know Fortnite, it's like, Fortnite news.
Bleh.
Uh, but there's a lot of people that like Fortnite.
Mhm.
But I will say that Lego Fortnite is getting a big expansion though.
Oh.
So yeah,
Well,
this one actually
maybe it'll
looks
get
really
game of
fun.
the
This is
year, you know.
Mhm.
Maybe
This is
that
actually the thing that
DLC,
I
yeah.
was like, "Oh, I'm actually excited, kind of excited for this because of the way that it's played out," if that makes sense. So,
Gotcha.
first up is it's a game called Brick Life, which I know you've heard of Brick Life before, Morgan, because you've
Mhm.
said that to me before, but which will be a new social role play experience. So players can explore the Lego-fied city location with 31 other people, and you can take on specific jobs like security guard, or maybe you want to be a sushi chef. I know Morgan would love that. And you'll be able to design your own homes, you can explore locations, you can go on missions, and the whole city is actually inspired by GTA 5. So I thought
Wow.
that was really fun. So Brick Life launched on December 12th, although it's not playable in South Korea, surprisingly. Now, one more thing. The Lego Fortnite that was Minecraft styled survival experience launched last December. So that might be what you're actually thinking of and is being renamed as Lego Fortnite Odyssey. And Lego Fortnite will be the name of the hub inside Fortnite that houses all of the Lego experiences. So I'm actually more excited for the I want to play the GTA 5 version of Lego where I get to run around with people and do stuff and have fun and not just murder people like the Fortnite survival one that's out there. So
Mhm.
that's why I was like, this is the one I'm excited for. And I
That's
think you
fair.
would like it too, because you get to be a sushi chef or whatever you feel like.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's
That's fair.
but Legos.
Well, we'll see what happens. I feel like a lot of people know I'm personally not a Fortnite fan. I don't know what about it. I wasn't able to get into it. I think part of it's the art style, if I'm being honest with you, which is weird. Usually that isn't too big of a hindrance for me. But yeah, I mean, hey, if it's a good game, if it's a good Lego game, it's a good Lego game. Lego does actually put out some really good games. There was one called Lego Brick
Mhm.
Tales that I've played. It's literally just that name. That was a couple years ago, I think now, and it was
Yeah.
really enjoyable. It was a lot of fun. So,
That's one that I have on my list. I like Lego games because I
hmm
like sometimes I like doing the storylines of actual games and playing them through the eyes of Lego as opposed to playing the actual game.
is it because it's less
'Cause it's more
difficult?
enjoyable. It's less difficult for 1, but it's more enjoyable for 2 because it's a freaking Lego, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna fall apart and
Yeah,
put myself
right,
back together.
right. That's funny.
So,
Well,
yeah,
guys,
so I'm kind of excited.
that's awesome. Yeah, we'll see what happens with it. But for now, everybody, we are going to take a short break. And when we return, we're diving into all things Game Awards. We're going to talk about some of the winners, the reveals, and even some more special moments. So please stick around and stay tuned because we'll be back shortly. See y'all soon. Welcome back, everyone. We're diving into the Game Awards that aired on Thursday.
That's right. Sorry. Whoa, I'm not reading anything. Just standing here, just
Buffer,
sitting here and
buffer.
letting Morgan. Buffering, buffering, buffering. No, I was like,
It's
I,
not
I was
me
like,
this
man, that
time.
that intro I made would look so damn good. Um, Right,
It
and
does
now
look
that we've had some
fantastic.
time now that we have had some time to let all the new stuff kinda settle and everything from the new trailers that we saw to the who won to all the things that happened, we're going to actually dive into some of the big reveals and take a look at the winners.
Yeah, so let's get started with the winners of this year's Game Awards. So, first we have Astrobot. They won Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Family Game, Best Action Adventure Game. Then we have Metaphor Refantasio. This one won Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, and Best RPG. Next we have, what was it? Balatro? Is that how we learned to say it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Balatro,
We
yeah.
have
Now that we know.
Balatro. We have official confirmation on how to say that name. It won Best Independent Game, Best Debut Indie Game, and Best Mobile Game.
Latin says some of those Astrobot awards were straight criminal.
Yeah, I don't disagree, Latin. I have I mm, I understand that Astrobot has been really good. I love the free Astrobot I got with my PS5. And there were other games that it was going against that for me I was like, how? Like
Mhm.
I my best guess is that Astrobot won the awards that they won because of how family friendly it is and how many different age groups can actually play the game.
My jaw dropped for action adventure more
That
than
is
it winning
very
game of the
fair.
year.
That's very
Yeah.
fair. Well, we do have a couple other we want to mention. We're not going through every single winner that there was because there was a lot. But we wanted to highlight some of the ones that we really liked or ones that came up a lot. So we do have some other awards we want to mention. Kitty, do you want to talk about those ones? Or would you like me
Well,
to?
I mean, you can, Morgan. I know that you were really excited for these ones taking home the awards.
Yeah.
So,
So all right, so first we have multiplayer. So it went up against Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. But Helldivers was the winner for Best Multiplayer Game of the Year. And I'm not upset by that. I loved Helldivers. I can't wait to dive back in because there was a major Helldivers announcement. Just saying. Just
Helldivers
saying.
2, though. Not that there's a difference.
Huh?
Helldivers DOS, not just
Sorry,
Helldivers.
Helldivers 2. You're right. You're right. I forgot the 2.
Helldivers. Those Helldivers. Your
Next,
Southern's coming out.
oops, oops.
Ah.
Um, it's funny because never mind. I won't dox myself by talking about the weird words I say. Anyway, um, the other Helldivers win is actually one that I'm okay with. But that is winner for best ongoing game. Kitty and I were ready to duke it out for Destiny 2 and Diablo 4, but I mean, at least we got a happy medium that we can agree on, which Helldivers 2 won best ongoing game against Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14 and Fortnite. So,
I'm
yeah.
just happy it wasn't Fortnite.
Me sorry, Ramp. I know you like Fortnite, but I'm really happy it wasn't Fortnite.
So like we
Um,
said, those were not all the games, the winners and everything, because there is a lot. But if you guys were with us on the watch party, you got to see it live as we sat here and reacted to everything. So it was we just wanted to highlight some of the ones that we saw that were pretty out there that we were like, yeah, okay. The Fortnite community lost their shit with that one. And the features and boosts and players it had this year. True. I mean, it's an interesting game overall.
but there's not enough to it. It's just the same shit all over again, you know? It's just
But that's what kids love, kids love repetition.
great. They can stay in Fortnite.
Yeah, they can see in Fortnite. I understand. There's a no building one where you don't have to build. You
See,
just
I,
shoot
I
people.
think I would have preferred the building. That was the quirk that the game had. But
You
anyway,
know, if they actually went with the original thought process of the game, I would be happier because I actually backed that part of the game and not this part of the free game that came out. That part was actually better, where
gotcha.
it was like Night of the Dead, where
Mm,
you build traps and then you have hordes come in and you shoot them and then you watch them get murdered with friends. And they apparently gave up on that part of it and just went,
interesting.
"Okay, we'll try this battle royale," and then that's
What
where
stuck?
it took off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's called
it's called
Save the
Save
World
the
now. Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I just don't feel like it did much anymore. I just gave up. I was like, "Alright,
since we
it's
are
what it is."
talking about these two Helldiver
Mhm.
awards, Helldivers did have a really cool announcement happen. As soon as that announcement happened or was finished, there was an immediate like 5 gig update available on the platform so that you have Helldivers 2 bought. And what what was really cool is the official announcement that the Illuminate, not the Illuminati, like I always want to call them, the Illuminate are officially in the game. So we have a new enemy to face off against and try to save Super Earth from. So that's really cool. I like how they did the announcement. They showed the announcement trailer, and then immediately ready for update was Helldivers 2.
Sorry, Tubby just made me laugh. He goes, "It's the sexy grandmas. I was freaking out that someone was in my house since this started autoplaying."
That's
Does
hilarious.
I know, that's I'm like, "Oh my god." Does this mean someone is going to play Helldivers 2 with me again? Maybe. 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 It's a big maybe. Tell them to fix their shit. Tell them to stop being assholes, and then maybe. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I hope you
Well,
guys are feeling better. Being sick
yes,
is
get
no
well
fun.
soon. Get well soon.
Yeah, get well soon.
I know that that is exciting news for Helldivers 2 that you have something you're even
I
more
was like, "I'm
excited
sick?"
about.
That's not exciting.
No, not that, not that. Being sick is never exciting.
No, I'm like, "What?" No, but, one game that I was super hyped for was the latest trailer for Borderlands 4. It was one that hinted to us, Vault Hunters, that we would see gameplay and much more, and honestly, they didn't disappoint. Morgan's gonna roll the trailer. I'm gonna talk about a couple things with it, that I am excited about, maybe a little bit of a, what I think kind of thing, like what who somebody could be. So don't take this as word for the part where I say who this person could be, because that may or may not be true. So we're on the planet Karios, and Gearbox has already confirmed that Ava is not the siren. So according to that was according to a lot of people came out and they were like, "Oh my gosh, the siren that we're gonna play, it's gonna be Ava." It is not Ava. These are all new characters, and we know one of them is a siren, of course. And apparently this is supposed to have the most diverse Vault Hunter skill trees, expansive loot, and seamlessly we can travel between zones. And players can fight alongside, of course, up to three other Vault Hunters. And I love the fact that we're going to be able to summon our vehicle anywhere that we are on the map, which is nice. And we're also going to get a grappling hook, which you'll see in the trailer also. And they'll be also have some added new features as well. But the one thing that I want to talk about is actually in the beginning of the trailer. And Morgan, you don't have to move back, it's all right. But you saw the character that came up. She's got like the long arms and everything, the dreadlocks. I'm wondering if it could be Commandant Steel. We've seen Commanded Steel get killed in the first one. She gets sucked into the vault, and we never know what happens to her after that. So she kind of had looked, at least in my opinion, she looks like she has similar features to Commanded Steel. Doesn't mean that it is her. It could be a completely different character, and I'm okay with that too. I know there's a lot of speculation about all kinds of things in the game, um, but I figured I'd throw that one out there as a speculation and see what happens. Now, the release date for this is early 2025, but I just did some digging as we were going through in the last break. And so, according to the financial documents from 2K's parent company, Take Two Interactive, Borderlands 4, uh, they gave them a release window in its upcoming fiscal year. Now, given that this period doesn't kick into effect until April 2025, this is actually the earliest possible month in which Borderlands 4 could be released, and it rolls out January through March. So, while most fans never expected the next mainline Borderlands entry to hit in this early 2025 window, it's at least an official confirmation that it won't be happening in the first 3 months, but we know that with their fiscal year happening starting in April, we at least could maybe possibly see something April. Now, it could be May, it could be June, but we know that they said early 2025. So that means that it's got to be in the first couple months of of this next year. I'm excited.
Well,
I know the character that Latin and I are playing. If you go back to the trailer, there's the 4 Vault Hunters, and there's the one with the glasses, and so that's the one that Latin and I are gonna duke out to play. Actually, we're just gonna play them together.
very nice,
And
very
see what
nice.
happens. So, we're so going in on Borderlands 4. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally.
Yeah, I'm already prepared to lose you guys when it releases.
Day 1, peace out.
Bye.
I'll see you for, like, another 10 months.
Oh.
Yeah, Ramp joining. Ramp, join the Vault Hunters. What?
So is it always is it 4-player teams, do you know?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's you and 3 others. So
Nice.
it's always been that way.
That's what I
I
thought.
know yesterday, or I know Element asked if there's ever been mods for it. There's not. The
Mm.
mods are very interesting. Like it's like end game stuff that you do where you like trigger certain things to make the game a little bit harder, and it does weird modding to you or people around you. But yeah, it's always been 4-player. Kind of like Tiny Tina's. Tiny Tina's was 4-player.
Gotcha, very nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a little
I'm
bit in the
excited. It's going
hiccups.
to be so much fun, guys. You can always join my vault hunting part in my channel.
She was saying she's like, I cannot wait for the Borderlands announcement at Game
I really
Awards.
hope, but I really hope that they don't do what they did with 3, which was just add new skill trees. I
Sure,
want them to
sure.
actually like add 2 new characters like they did in 2. That would make it just makes when you add more characters, and I know it takes more work because you have to think about what kind of class do you want, how does that class work, what are the skill trees, I understand. But
Mhm.
when you add those new classes to like the characters into the game, it just helps with the longevity of the playability. Like, oh, I finished this class. This was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing this build. I really want to try a different one. It's the same thing with Borderlands or Diablo, I mean. I do that too. I'm like, I want to try a different class today, so I'm going to do this. So just I hope they think about that sense of it and not just, okay, here's the 4 people and that's all you get.
Very nice. That'll be good. So, whew. I know that's
I
when you're
know. We
excited.
got more excitement though. We
We
have
do
more
have more
excitement.
excitement. That's what you're excited for. But tell you what, the one
I
I'm
know.
excited for, the one that took the cake for me, oh
Oh,
boy.
so I know what you're talking about because I can see the script. But but I will say
We're
this
not
before you get
scripted.
into it because no, no, we're totally ad-libbing. Right now I am, yes. I know you're really excited for this, because it is a huge, like, Geralt, all of his storyline, everything behind it is incredible. I just have a hard time playing the games. I love the story. I love watching it. I love everything about it because it literally is a fairy tale story or story from Poland, and it's amazing. So I I really was excited. I was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so great." But I don't know if I can play it because I have a hard time getting into the games
Which is
themselves.
understandable.
Yeah. But
A
I will
lot of my
totally watch
knowledge
you play.
and love for the Witcher franchise actually comes from watching, like, Rob and other people play it
Mm,
because it's a single player game, so I always have that struggle.
yeah.
Though there was supposed to be eventually a multiplayer Witcher,
Maybe
but
down the road.
that might be happening later because of this
Well,
announcement.
I was gonna say maybe down the road because of the fact that they released Siri as the main. No, not
Right,
that
which
Siri.
she's she's always technically meant to be the protagonist of
Mhm,
she is in the books. You know, that's where the story has always been going. You even see it in the show that we don't normally talk about um on Netflix, you know. She's
mhm,
meant to be more than Geralt ever was. So,
mhm,
I know a lot of people are giving hate to that fact, but we are going to have the voice of her mentor Geralt guiding her, as well
mhm.
as the butcher himself. So we there's a lot that's going to be including for her development, which is really exciting. So to dive into all this, though, if y'all haven't put it together, the game announcement I was the most excited for was the one and only Witcher 4. I'm
Sorry,
super
Morgan, I stole
excited.
your thunder.
No, you are totally okay. But let's take a look at the trailer while I tell you more about the game. So let me get this rolling here. All right, everybody. CD Projekt Red unveiled The Witcher 4 with a 6-minute trailer. So you're not going to see the entire trailer here. That confirms
Unless you
Ciri
take 6
as the
minutes to read.
protagonist. I won't. But it officially confirms Ciri as the protagonist of the game. CD Projekt confirmed to IGN that the Witcher 4 trailer was all pre-rendered in a custom build of Unreal Engine 5, but that's not all they confirmed. There is an official statement. So here's an official statement from the studio. The Witcher 4 is a single player open world RPG from CD Projekt Red. At the start of a new saga, players take on the role of Ciri, a professional monster slayer, and embark on a journey through a brutal dark fantasy world. Powered by Unreal Engine 5, it aims to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game to date. So, according to the Witcher Wiki specifically, this is meant to be the kickoff to a new trilogy. CD Projekt Red has not announced a release date for the game yet, but has confirmed that the game has officially entered full production. So, I'm going to let this roll a little bit just so you can end up seeing our beautiful Siri here in just a moment because she appears here shortly. But I'm really excited for this game. I know Rob's extremely excited for this game. And as I was saying earlier, though, people are quite upset about the fact that, you know, Geralt isn't the protagonist any longer. And that is how it's always been meant to be. If you read the books that, you know,
Mhm.
are those are what they this is what all the games are based off of is the books. So she's always been meant to eventually take on that protagonist role and be the lead character. You know, especially with like the prophecies and everything else that we have seen and heard of in the past. So this is really exciting to see her take on the mantle, and you know, I can't also help but say it's nice to see another strong female lead character in a video game.
I'd be curious to see how the gameplay is because I think this one they're using Unreal Engine 5
Yes. Yeah.
to make it. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'd be curious to see how the gameplay is because I've noticed like games that are doing that, starting to jump into Unreal Engine 5, is a lot smoother. Like
Yes. And even this
it's just
is
more responsive.
as I was saying while the trailer's playing, even the entire trailer was
Mhm.
pre-rendered in Unreal Engine 5. So they made that
Yeah.
entire trailer in Unreal, which is awesome. And yes, Ramp, we do like our strong women.
Damn right. Yeah,
We
I
sure
mean,
do.
I think the issue is sometimes with the older games, like I run into like the dump truck. I call them dump truck a dump truck physics because it's like you're trying to maneuver literally a dump truck with your character and you're like, my character should not move like this. This makes no sense. And so like one of the games that I always had an issue with was like Bully.
Mm,
Bully would have that kind of physics where it's like I'm on a bike, but my bike feels like it's this big and it shouldn't feel like it's this big, you know? So I like the fact that they are starting to fix that issue and with the new oh god, Bully. Yeah, I mentioned Bully. That's all right. Yeah, but I like the concept of Bully. Um weirdly enough. But like I like the fact that they're fixing it with the releases of the new engines and using the new engines and
mhm.
since people have started moving to Unreal and using that it's been making things a lot nicer and easier for especially people like me who have issues with a lot of that kind of stuff. Hey, Squirrel! Haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Sorry, I just got really excited. Squirrel just jumped
No,
in.
you're good, you're
Rockstar Games
good.
has always felt like that. So much weight to the yeah. It's that heavy weight that yeah. I always call it dump truck because you feel like you're just this massive piece of a person,
Mhm,
and it doesn't need to feel that way. And so it's nice to see that games have started trying to like pull that out and not make you feel so heavy. Like, because as a human, yes, we're heavy, but when we move, we don't feel like we weigh as much as an elephant, you know, or a dump
right.
truck. Um, we feel like we weigh ourselves and we can move. So it would by making that physical physics work for characters, it makes it so much easier and more enjoyable.
Yeah,
Witcher 3 had super good responsive movement.
which
Nice.
is very
I think
true.
I tried getting into the first one, but I felt that weird movement with
And it
it, you
was it's
know?
an older game, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that one's sizably older. I mean, honestly, even The Witcher 3 is pretty old at this point, in
Mhm.
comparison to when it released, but, Latin, for example, a little bit earlier said the only hate that is coming from people about Ciri being the protagonist is people that did not play the previous games, especially Witcher 3, and I 100% agree with that statement. Um, yeah, the first one was a game of its time for sure. It was a
Mhm.
big revolutionary thing, but now it's clunky because it's just,
Yeah.
older gen, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Like and as we've been going through Borderlands like with Dan, like I've noticed the differences in the clunkiness, you know, like and
Mhm.
you're going to see and it's expected, but it is kind of funny how like I get kind of annoyed because I'm like, I just want you to turn. Take a turn.
Turn faster, damn it! It is very hard
No,
to go back.
slow moving. That's
Let's see.
right. Network Network Lands 3. Oh my god. We've been having okay, so sidetrack.
I
Talk
mean,
about okay,
shoot.
so
The Witcher, the first video game came out in 2008. You know, it's
yeah,
it's been 16 years. Things have evolved
yeah.
like crazy in the gaming world.
But
But
let's say
sorry,
give like so like
you're
no, you're
sidetracked.
fine. But even no, it's fine. But even like what Latin's saying about Network Lands 3. So we're playing Borderlands 3. The game is 4 years old. 4 years old. And we're having so many network issues with it. It shouldn't have
Yeah.
network issues. It's only 4. And so like you're like, why? I feel like I'm playing like Witcher 1, like, but with a land like that doesn't connect, you know? Like it's weird. So
Why
it just
am
boggles
I
my
lagging?
mind. That's Dan. He's like, why am I lagging? He's like, I'm literally zooming across the thing, and I'm just like, do 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 do. I'm just playing the game.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm a little like, I don't know what your problem is, Dan. The game's fine. But I am happy to see that games are starting to become more advanced and like we're getting
Mhm.
past the minutia crap that we had when we used to play games back then. But I agree with Squirrel. Witcher 1 kind of does feel like it's almost impossible to play because of how heavy your character is and you're like, "Ugh, just
It
trying to
feels
turn."
it does feel really clunky now because it was made for different controls back then. The
Oh, for sure.
controls were very different. We were probably all playing it on console compared to PC. Like it's definitely a very clunky game compared to now.
What would be fascinating to see is how, and I know this is getting off track, but how the remastered Lara Croft ones, the one where she had, you know, triangle boobs, mixed boobs, I'd be curious to see how she moves now because they did remaster her, and I wonder if they did redid her physics in the
Right.
game to make it more seamless. Because that was something when I saw the remaster, I'm like, wait, where did her triangle boobs go?
Where are they? They're not
They're
supposed to be
smooth.
round.
They're round. I don't remember her like this.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Lara. But she was another one that was very clunky and
Mhm.
everything. So I'd be curious to see how they and if any of you guys have played the remastered Tomb Raider ones, let us know because I'm curious to know if they fixed that stuff or if it's still very much the same way that it was when it was first released. So let us know in the chat or maybe later in our Discord if you're curious and you're like, oh yeah, I did play that game.
Yeah.
Um Morgan, I know you love multiplayer games, but do
I'm
you
so excited
love
for this one.
co-op games?
Ye Of course I do.
Yeah, but not multiplayer games. Like
Yeah.
multiplayer means like more than two.
Yeah,
I'm just
no.
talking like
I
you and me.
As long as I have one other person to play with, I'm great. I'm living life.
Great. Well, then you're gonna love this next game. I know you
I
said I'm already
already
excited
do.
for this game. I'm also really interested in this game. It's called Split Fiction. It was shown at the Game Awards. So the game is a split screen co-op where you jump between a sci-fi world and a fantasy world as you keep jumping back and forth between these worlds and your goal is to get back home. I love the fact though that it's sci-fi versus uh fantasy because I feel like Morgan and I are like we love both. I know Morgan and I both love both, but I feel like if you were to take us and split us, like one of us could be one or the other. Now it is set to release on March 6th and there is already a pre-purchase for the game on Steam which is listed at 50 American dollars, so it's 49.99. But while this does seem like it's a very steep price for the game, you can actually split the cost with someone and you can play the game for free with your bestie. So, how does that work? Well, what's great is that your bestie can be on any platform, and all you need to do is have your friend download the Friends Pass and then send an invite to your bestie, and then they can join you. So, if you buy one copy of it, then all you have to do is split the cost, and then whoever wants to own it, the other person just has to buy the Friends Pass. I love it. It's such a great concept, like making it easier on people who want to play the game. This game does look so good.
It looks
And
fantastic. I'm really, really excited for this game because, first things first, I haven't played It Takes Two yet. I know it's very
I
beloved.
hate either.
It's right now.
Tubby.
By the way, yeah, Tubby, she's not gonna give it back on Helldivers 2 unless you play It Takes Two with her.
There we go. There we go. There it is.
But for anybody who wants to know, this developer currently has It Takes Two free on the PlayStation Plus. Like if you have your PlayStation Plus and you get the free games, that is their monthly free game right now. So I just got it claimed and I'm gonna be diving into it and I'm excited to kind of, see how it is and have fun playing it on the PS5 in the living room with my husband. But
You guys just take video, like put a camera up and just video of you guys just yelling at each other. No, I said do this. No, I told you to
I
do
mean, I have a setup. I've already filmed in my I've already filmed in the living room with my laptop, so I might be able to use my capture card and just have that set up and stream us playing it.
I just want you guys yelling at each other the whole time. I just want you being like, "Dad, I told you to move there." And he's like, babe, I did. No, you didn't. Move faster. That's all I want. I just want you being like, what the fuck?
What's funny is
See?
it's gonna
See?
either
See?
it's gonna either be that or it's gonna be like, okay, hun, that didn't work. So this is what we need to do, and like we just powwow it. And, like honestly, it's gonna go one of those two directions because Dan and I
See?
are genuinely like the epitome of we are the couple that does not fight. We all of my friends hate it. Um, they're like, you guys don't fight. It's weird, but it's one of
That
those
is
things.
weird. Fighting
We're
is healthy.
we're best friends and we just don't get mad at each other, you know?
Tubby's my best friend, but I get mad at him.
I I don't know what to say. We just don't get mad at each other. But anyway, so
Fighting is
the game
healthy.
could change that. We'll see what happens. But so it is free though.
I hope you guys get so salty from it that you guys are like, we're never playing a co-op game ever again. and then Split Fiction comes out and you're like, I bought it, and he's like, oh, I forgot about what happened back then. This will be fun. And then you guys totally murder each other again. And make the rule again. We will never play this game again.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. So It Takes Two is free on the PlayStation right now. So go claim it over on the PlayStation if you don't already own it and you want to play it. I'm really excited for Split Fiction because it is generally fantasy and sci-fi are my two favorite genres. Whether it's movies, reading books, video games, like fantasy and sci-fi is my niches. Like this is the stuff in the categories I love. It's my preferred games, my preferred genres even. So I'm really excited to dive into something that, gets to take the two things that I love for in stories and, be able to also enjoy it with someone else or many people if many people want to play it with me. The fact that I know that we're doing it, but I'm saying like I can then also play it with Dan. I can play it with this person and that person. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be really fun. It looks beautiful. Like It Takes Two was a really pretty beautiful game, but I have to say this looks even better than It Takes Two. So I'm really excited to dive into this game. So here it comes. Maybe
I'm
maybe
actually
maybe
really
maybe a
excited.
KP birthday stream.
I know, right?
It releases right after your birthday.
It does. But I am excited for this next one only because we'll be able to do, it seems like multiplayer, maybe, possibly.
Yeah. So everybody
You're like, let me just never mind.
Well, wild jokes were made all night long about Elden Ring Edertree, a DLC, by the way, being up for Game of the Year. That wasn't the only Elden Ring news buzzing about the Game Awards. The award show, we got our first look at a new Elden Ring game, which is titled Elden Ring Night Rain. So I'm gonna play the trailer for you while I give you more information.
Here's the inside. Here's the dish.
So, from developer, From Software, and publisher Bandai Namco, Elden Ring Night Rain is a standalone cooperative spin-off set in a world parallel to that of 2022's Elden Ring. Revealed with this debut trailer at the Game Awards 2024, Elden Ring Night Rain allows players to team up with two co-op partners and drop into a condensed map based on Elden Ring's Limgrave area. Enemies and structures are randomized at the start of each session. From there, players must hustle to defeat enemy camps and find more powerful gear so that when nightfall comes, they have a better chance of surviving a difficult boss encounter. If players survive for 3 in-game days, they must take on a major boss. There are 8 major bosses to be found and conquered in Elden Ring Night Rain. Now, in other Elden Ring Night Rain news, a beta test of the game starts in February 2025. So, registration for that does open on January 10th. This has been announced by publisher Bandai Namco. The network test is a primarily verification test in which the selected testers play a portion of the game prior to the full game launch. This was actually in a post on the Bandai Namco website. Continuing though with another quote, various technical verifications of online systems will be examined by conducting large-scale network load tests. Sounds like something Borderlands 3 needs to do. Now, if you
Look,
are interested,
that bad when we first started.
that's fair.
20 years ago.
That's fair. But Now, if you are interested in this beta test, you should know that only the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S are listed as platforms for the network test. So sadly, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam all are not a part of this beta test currently, and maybe won't
Oh,
ever
so I
be.
can just go pull out my Xbox then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Just set it up over here. I'll be like, "Don't mind me, guys."
Yeah, Bandai Namco has
Bandai.
been really good at listening to their community lately. They've been really good at that sort of stuff. I actually, funny enough, was at the headquarters when I went to Japan. We were walking around different
That's
areas of
cool.
Tokyo. We were heading to one of the major shrines, and we happened to be passing it, and we're looking at it because they have a bunch of like the like major characters and stuff like out around outside on those sidewalks that you can take photos with and everything, and you can actually enter their headquarters, and on there's a floor you can walk up. It's completely free. They have like a little mini museum that you can go walk. It's a single floor, but it's really cool. You get to see like the evolution of Bandai Namco and their franchises. So that was really fun.
Well,
But
there was a
let's
lot of highlights from the show.
There's so many highlights. If we wanted to cover them all, we'd be here for like 5 hours plus with y'all. But there's one I know
That's
we
true.
both really, really loved.
I did, yeah, I really love this highlight. The one highlight that I actually want to talk about was when Amir's Satvat, I probably said his last name wrong. So sorry, Amir. He won the first ever Game Changers Award for helping laid off developers trying to find work.
Half of the Game
He
Awards,
actually
I'm
created
honored to
a
present the
free
first ever
resource that
TGA Game
collects
Changer.
open positions around the industry and helps developers get hired, and is just an overall humble man and a great inspiration to the gaming industry that keeps feeling blow after blow from layoffs. I mean,
Hmm.
I love the fact that this guy, like, I loved what he wore. It was adorable. Um, and it was just such a special moment seeing him up there winning this award, like, and just sitting there and just, accepting it, but not being like, yeah, I'm the shit, but very like humble about it, and that's something that it was just so magical on so many levels.
Yeah, it was very sweet to see and watch this. It's obviously very well deserved. It was I didn't even know this was a thing until watching it happen, like watching the video and everything for the award. And it's very nice to see that somebody's out there advocating for all the amazing people in the gaming industry that has been affected by these layoffs. And it even honestly has a way to help people who want to get into the gaming industry as well, which is really nice because he talks about how like a big part of this mission that he's doing is teaching people how to pivot and to help stay basically important to the gaming industry, to make sure that they can
Mhm.
find places to work and that their skills are always ready and available, and that you know what is needed for this constantly evolving gaming and for this constant evolving industry, and not just gaming industry but this industry in general. So it's very nice to see that though this is an amazing tool, an amazing mission for those who are laid off, it could also be a beautiful way for new people to enter the industry.
Yeah. So just incredible. And there was all there, you know what? There was all kinds of really fun highlights too from it, like
Mhm.
seeing Snoop perform, even though everybody was like, "Eh," and I was like, "No, no, 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 you can't. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna sit here and jam
I
to the
love
sun.
Snoop
I
Dogg.
don't
He
care."
is out there living his best life. He was living it up
He
at the
really is.
Olympics. Now he's there. Like he's having fun.
He got to chill with, like, Martha Stewart on her show that she made, and yeah,
They have
like, he's
cookbooks
just I don't
together.
like, I just wanna be him. I don't wanna be as high as him, I just wanna be him.
Yeah, we also had performances for Arcane, that which
Mhm.
those are always amazing and fantastic. The Game Awards Symphony Orchestra fucking knocked it out of the park. They did phenomenal playing all those video game tracks and scores. It was very well
Yeah.
done. I really enjoyed last year's Game Awards, and this year was really good as well. There's not as many big titles that were announced as I was hoping there would be. There was actually quite a lot of smaller developers that are making their way into the Game Awards. We have, the indie best indie
Mhm.
debut. Like, it's really nice to see that we're getting away from just the triple A's and we're really bringing in the indie as well to this game award.
Well, I mean, I feel like indie games are what are making the industry right now,
Mhm.
because we have seen that, like Phasmo, we've seen like all these games that come out, and it's like, oh, I'm an indie
Phasmo,
gamer.
Among Us.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, if you want to look even at Sons of the Forest and the Forest, so there are
Yeah,
like though they are a bigger company now because of the success of the Forest, they're still I personally would still consider them in the indie side of things. They're not a triple A studio.
right, right. And it's nice to see that people are making their strides, like they're getting
Absolutely.
their games out there. They're trying to get their name out there. I know it's really hard, and it's really hard to, especially for trying to grab the attention of gamers, and that's really difficult. And I know there are millions of games out there or billions of games out there, and not every game gets spotlighted or showcased from a gamer or a streamer or anybody, like it's hard to for those people. So kudos to everyone who is an indie developer and
Mhm.
puts together a game. It's hard, it's not easy.
It is not
So
easy. Speaking from
no.
experience.
I still wanna make one, it's on my list, just to be like, "I did it," you know? It's like an accomplishment check for myself.
We'll be on talks, madam,
I know, I know,
after the
I know you will.
holidays. After the holidays,
No,
things
that's
are
cool.
kicking up on my side for that
That's
game.
sweet.
Yes,
Alright,
yes.
well, you know what?
Are you in the
Kinda
Christmas
feel like
spirit or not?
I am in the Christmas spirit.
Woo!
Morgan's like, "Yay, but not for me." Alright, guys, we're gonna do 2 giveaways, that's right, 2 giveaways today.
Oh man, oh man.
So what I need you to do, if you want to enter, I need you to do exclamation point join. And Morgan will put herself in there, I guess.
Oh, I
Yep.
can remove myself, but I wanted to see what people needed to put in. So how do I do it? Do I open wheel?
Yeah, open it.
Okay. So I messed up, everybody. Do it again.
Yeah, she's got to let her grab it. There you
It's
go.
my first time using this new way because this helps everybody auto join, so I don't have to type y'all in there. So lurkers,
Make sure
come
Element
back,
did it right.
lurkers, come back in, lurkers. Come back, lurkers, and
To
join.
join us.
Okay, let me delete my entry.
And yeah, you'll be able to show it too.
Apparently, it won't let me delete my entry. So if we land on Techeries, we get a reroll, a respin.
Yeah, you should be able to highlight it and just hit delete
Yeah,
or backspace.
it's not letting me.
Oh,
Wait, did that work? Nope. I can hide. It doesn't let me delete it, but it's all right. That means we just get to respin.
come on, everyone. It's giveaway time.
Get in there. Get in there.
You guys have been good. You guys have been chatty. Super excited about you guys. And if you have won before, it's fine. You can still enter again. It's not a big deal. We're not going to be
Absolutely.
like, "Oh, I can't believe that you're entering again." So, like Soulstar, I know that you won last time, but it's fine. It's not a it's not a one time only type thing.
I see you in our users lurkers. Don't forget to stop lurking for this one moment to put explanation point join in chat. That way you can be a part potentially of a giveaway. So chat wants to know, what are the potential winnings?
Do you have them?
I don't have them up now.
Well, I can't show them.
Hold on. Do you want me to pull up Steam to show them?
Yes.
Okay, let me pull up. I actually need to pull up. Could you send me a messenger?
Lurkers, no
Can you send me a
lurking.
messenger the names?
Yeah.
Hello, Kaden. Thank you, thank you. Lurkers, no lurking. No lurking during giveaway. Don't miss out.
Oops, that was supposed to be a space in there. Sorry.
Um Oh, I didn't realize that was the one that you put in. The
Why is
um
that in the
the first one is a
oh,
DLC, so we can't do that one.
what?
I know.
You didn't really mark these. All right. That's fine. The second one
But
should be
I
fine.
will show the second one while you choose another.
Mhm. I need to mark these as like what's a DLC?
All right, everybody. One of the ones we are giving away is called Shadows Awakening, and I'm gonna go ahead and play the trailer here for you. It is a unique. Sorry, Shadows Awakening is a unique isometric single-player RPG with real-time tactical combat. Apparently, my honey, my things for saving money, wants to show it to all of you, but that's fine. You embark on an epic adventure with challenging gameplay, a gripping storyline, and enchanting graphics. So, Shadows Awakening is one of the games we are giving away today. And then the other one, let me pull up what
That
the
is not a
next one
DLC.
is. Perfect. Good to know. For the next one, I'm pulling up the Steam page now to show you. This is a big one. This is a good one. So we have, for the second game we are giving away today, is Planet Zoo. So this game is where you build a world for wildlife in Planet Zoo from the developers of Planet Coaster and Zoo Tycoon comes the ultimate zoo sim. Construct detailed habitats, manage your zoo, and meet authentic living animals who think, feed, and explore the world you create around them.
Not my thing. That's fair element. Uh yes, Shadows Awakening is very much Diablo vibe. I actually have that game myself. It is a lot of fun. Um Soulstar, Casual Geographic talked about this one.
Very nice,
Yeah,
very
it's a good
nice.
game. I wanted to make sure that we had one that was like action and then one that was more calmer. So,
Indeed, indeed. So, which one do you want to start off with? Should we do Shadows Awakening or Planet Zoo?
let's do Planet Zoo first.
All right, everybody. Let me pull up. I think that is everyone, yes? Yes, it is.
Last was like last couple seconds here.
All right,
I'm down for
so.
anything go backs
Now,
to
I just want to
playing my
make.
new Barbie game.
That's great.
Wow.
Now, I want to make sure, Kitty, these are all
Yeah.
going to be Steam codes.
I believe so. I believe they are Steam codes, but I will
So
double check it.
just as a disclaimer to anybody, these are usually Steam codes, so you will need a Steam account to be able to redeem them. We're just gonna make sure while I start this first spin that that is actually the case. Let me switch over so you can see
Mhm.
our wheel. All right, so everybody, this is for Planet Zoo. Let's see who is the winner for Planet Zoo. And don't worry, Element, if it's you land on it and you already said you don't want it, we can make sure that we can always just respin if that is your preference. All right,
Mhm.
Latin Legacy New York. You are the winner of Planet Zoo. You want to mark that down, Kitty?
Yep, got it.
All right, so that means congrats, Latin. Congrats, congrats. um, so Latin, you're getting hidden from the wheel because you already won. And everybody else on here, except for Techeries, we're not going to try to win this. We're just there.
Yes,
Um,
it is a Steam one for that one.
okay, so Planet Zoo is Steam. You will need a Steam account. Luckily, Latin, I know you do. We will get you your codes after the show.
Yep.
So next we have Shadows Awakening. Let's see who the winner is for Shadows Awakening. If it happens to land on the Techeries, we will do a respin. But let's see. Who's it gonna be? And that is to Garden Hose. Garden Hose, you are the winner for Shadows
Nice.
Awakening. So congratulations! Whoop whoop!
Yay!
All right, and once again, you will need a Steam account as well for that.
I believe so. I'm gonna assume yes,
Okay.
unless
Usually
it
they're
tells me
Steam, so
otherwise.
but
Yeah.
either way,
So unless it tells me otherwise.
we will get you those codes as well. Garden, I know you like I know how to reach you, so I will get you what you need for that.
All right. Yay!
Congratulations, winners.
Congratulations. And who knows? Maybe next time there'll be more.
There might be. So, as a quick reminder, everyone, as we wrap up today's episode, we do want to remind you that for our next show, the Steam Winter Sale gets underway on Thursday. So, we're going to dive into some of the biggest deals, let you know what's out there, what's good. And as always, we will have all the topics we discussed in our show topics section in our Discord. So, that is there for you. But a couple things before we go. Don't forget to check us out across all our social medias. We're on Facebook, Twitter, X if you actually prefer calling it that, and Instagram. But
Hello.
another thing is next week after our show at 4 o'clock, Kitty, so KP, will be live on French Kitty. I'll be live over on the Turtash. We have Grimnir Allfodder and Shirtless Dan. They'll be live on their channels. And all four of us are going to be hosting a Giftmas stream. We're going to get cozy. We're going to, I'll have at least on my stream playing Christmas music, and we're going to have a great time and open each other's gifts. But we're going to utilize the Phasmophobia holiday event as part of it. KP, do you want to tell them a little bit about the fun stuff and how it's going to work and how we open our gifts?
Well, now that Dan actually explained it to me,
Yes.
explain the mechanics of how this thing is going to work. All right, so let's explain this in hopefully Danny's, I will call it Danny's. That sounds good. Uh, so this is how it's going to play down. We're going to play a little game with Phasmo, even though we're playing a game. So it's a game within a game. As I'm going to make a wheel, just as you guys saw, and if it lands on, quote, Morgan, for instance, Morgan will stay in the truck. The rest of us will run our butts into the house or whatever one we're on and find the first clue. Whoever finds the first clue will open up one of Morgan's presents. Like I said, this was Danny's. It's a fun little game.
It sounds like you're saying Dan's knees.
Danized. It was Danized. See, Ramp got it.
Yeah.
It's like Chinese.
I knew what you meant.
Danny's.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is how he explained it to me, and I'm like, okay. So in the end, if we roll again and Morgan gets picked again, if I've already opened your gift, Grim has already opened it, then Dan will just open it, and then we will play a normal round. And you don't get to stay in the truck. Sorry.
It's okay.
But it gives incentive to go and try to hunt and find the ghost. So we hope you guys enjoy it. There may also be giveaways. I might do some giveaways. Morgan might bug me for some stuff so that she can do giveaways. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We got some stuff up our sleeves and we're ready to go. So it'll be a fun time. Fun time.
Yes. Morgan's got some projects to do.
I sure do.
AKA she's got some layouts to make. It'll be great. It'll be great. All right, guys. But if you do love us, our content, everything, Morgan's couch, I don't know.
It's a good couch. It's very comfy. I sleep on it many times.
Make sure you hit that heart on Twitch. It's free. Just like when we do giveaways.
Give us a follow.
Give us a follow. You can catch us, on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. And as Morgan says, hit the little bell, because then you know when we go live and when we post stuff, because we do take our stuff and post it on the web, on our YouTube channel as well. So we're excited for next weekend's show. It's gonna be hectic. It's gonna be a lot of stuff being thrown at you, but we hope you enjoy it.
We're gonna help you search the best deals possible on that Steam sale. That way you don't have to.
Maybe I'll get Morgan to wear a Santa hat or something.
I'll probably wear my antler headband. That way I'm less hot.
Okay, that's fair.
I
But it's
get,
cold over there.
yeah, but my head gets really toasty because I have a lot of hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. A lot of hair problems. I got it.
I'll get
First
festive
world
though.
problems.
I'll wear
Mhm.
my Christmas sweater too.
Oh, there you go. I'm wearing my little Christmas shirt so far. Little paw prints.
So cute,
Yeah.
so
So
cute.
we'll see you guys next weekend. I hope you guys have a great one. And until then, keep processing.
Bye everyone.